But we have a problem here. Our static website is a simple application, but in reality, we generally work with bigger apps. If we make any changes to the app, it is time taking and heavy to build the image again and again every time we make changes. At such times, Docker Compose comes to our rescue for this problem. For the Docker Compose, we need to define Docker Compose.yml file, and it looks something like this. We will go in detail how to create this and what does it mean. Now to run the container using Docker Compose, we need to use Docker Compose up command in the console. So looking at this file, let us understand what are all the different key terms. Version. It is the Docker Compose version we want to use. It generally depends on the Docker Engine version installed on the machine. We can check the Docker Engine version by running docker version command in the console. Further, we may refer to the versions of the Docker Compose based on the Docker Engine version. Let us check our Docker version. Type docker -v. So the Docker version installed on our machine is 20.10.2. Now if we go to Google and type Docker Compose version and click the first thing, we can see different versions of the Docker Compose. So based on your Docker Engine release, we can specify the version. I mentioned version 3. Next, services. By writing this, we tell Docker Compose about the services in the project. Here, the service name is web. You can put the service name as you wish. Next, TTY means terminal for container. If true, we are enabling the terminal. Next comes build. It is the build specifications. Next, context. It is the path of the folder whose files will be used by the build context. These files will be accessed by Docker daemon, that is Docker server, during the build. So it can use them in the file system of the image. Since the Docker Compose file is inside the project folder, we set context to current directory. Next comes Dockerfile, path to Dockerfile of the project. Since it is present in the current directory, we just mention the name Dockerfile. Next, ports. Just like we set -p 8000:8 while running docker run command, here we mention the same mapping of the ports. You can change the port as you wish instead of 8000 to anything else. Next, volumes. The volumes key mounts the HTML directory in the local machine onto the host to USR share Nginx HTML inside the container, allowing you to modify the code on the fly without having the rebuild image. We have already discussed that USR share Nginx HTML is the default place referred by Nginx server for HTML files to be served. So if we make any changes to HTML files in the local system, those changes will be reflected in the container too because of this mapping. Thus, this method removes the heavy task of rebuilding images if any changes are made. Now let's move on for the hands-on session of Docker Compose. Now, go to the project folder. Inside this, we shall create the Docker Compose file. Right-click on the folder name, New File, save it. Check if it is in the same directory as the project name. And now, docker-compose.yml and save it. So this is a YAML file. Nextly, we shall start writing the Docker Compose file. First, we shall write the version colon space quotations 3. Please remember that we need to put a space after this keyword version. Next, we specify the services colon hit on enter. Also remember that this is a YAML file and it is indentation specific, just like Python. So please be careful about the indentations. If you think that you are having a wrong indentation, just go to the previous line and hit on enter and start writing from that point. Now, we should mention the service name. I'm just naming it as web. You can write anything of your choice. Next, hit on enter. Next is tty colon space true. Now tty means we want to enable terminal in container so that in the future we can use it to access the application through the terminal enabled in the container. Next, build colon hit on enter. So these are the build specifications for the image. Next, context colon space dot means the context is current directory. Next, Docker file. Please be careful about the spaces and the spellings. Space Docker file. So the file name is Docker file here, so it should be the same here also. Now, in the same indented space as the build, we need to mention the ports. Ports colon hit on enter hyphen quotations 8000 colon 80. So I want to use port 8000 of my local host to get communicated with the web server or the container. You can mention anything as you wish in the space instead of this 8000. And the 80 port is as exposed by the Nginx server in the container. And also note that ports and build should be in the same level of indentation under the web of services. Next, we shall define the volumes, and volumes will also be in the same level of indentation as ports and builds and tty. Now, as discussed, volumes colon hyphen space dot hash slash html colon usr slash share slash nginx slash html. Now, whatever the files changed inside this HTML folder in our project folder in the local machine, all those changes will be reflected onto the files which are shared here, because we are mapping this folder to this folder. So it removes the overhead of building the image again and again whenever the changes are made in the files of this folder. So the changes are directly reflected onto the container. This is called hot reload. Let us make a small change in the days.html file and see if the changes are reflected without building the image. So let the change be making the Sunday line active. So we shall write active. So this active component is a part of Bootstrap. What this does is it highlights this line. So we will see that change. Now save it using Ctrl and S. Now go to the command line. Now traverse to the folder of our project. Then the command to execute is docker-compose up. So make sure that wherever this command is being executed, that particular folder contains the docker-compose.yaml file. Then only this works. Otherwise, it throws an error. So whatever the specifications are mentioned in the docker-compose.yaml file, those will be taken care. So here, since we also have used volume, the changes made to the HTML files will be reflected to the container files also. Also, we have also mentioned the port number there, port mapping, and the services. The service name is web, and the context in which the Docker file is also mentioned. So execute this. So based on the specifications of docker-compose.yaml file, this happens. Now go to the browser and go to the localhost. Import 8000 because this is what is mentioned in Docker Compose. And the web app opened. Now we expect the web app to show the line Sunday with actively highlighted color. And yes, this works as expected. So if you remember, we didn't build any Docker image. We have just used docker compose.yaml file in which we have just specified the files and the volumes. So based on that, it just reflected the changes and we didn't need to take any pain to rebuild the image. We just used Docker Compose up. Now let us see how to stop this container. The container which is run based on Docker Compose. So open a new command prompt and we have two methods to stop a container running based on Docker Compose. One is the usual method using docker ps, which lists all the actively running containers, and based on that container ID we can just stop it using docker stop container ID. That is the first method. And the second method is to go to that particular project repository where the Docker Compose file is written and use docker-compose down. So we will see both the methods. First, let us see the usual method. So this can be executed anywhere, docker ps, which lists all the containers which are actively running right now. So this is the one. This is the container ID. Copy paste it. Docker stop, paste it. It will be pasted and it will be stopped. And we can see it has exited. Now we shall again run this in order to see how to stop it using docker compose down. Now, in order to use docker compose down, please make sure that we are in the same directory where the docker compose.yaml file is there. Now cd documents and cd my first app. Then docker compose down. It has stopped. Now we can see it exited.